Are you even trying? I did it because splitting it up makes us more money. But having construction crews come in multiple times will cause noise.
A burden, huh? I don't exactly think you're completely unsuited for sales, but...
I appreciate you saying that, but I can't ignore the fact that I'm dragging everyone down. Hey, Kenjo, don't tell me you came back satisfied just hearing the customer say I'll think about it again. My body stiffens at his overbearing, crushing voice. If I told people he's my trainer, how many people would actually believe me? I'm sorry. Hit the nail on the head, huh? I told you, sales isn't a customer consultation desk. It's your job to go out there and snatch up contracts. I can't argue with that. Because this 31-year-old guy, Reo Kurita, is a top performer for churns out a massive number of contracts every month. Meanwhile, I'm Subaru Kenjo, 29 years old. I switched jobs to become a sales rep at this general remodeling company 6 months ago. But I've struggled to close any deals, and I'm already treated like a burden. Oh, by the way, remember Inoue, the one you were consulting with? You were dragging your feet, so I went and got the contract from her myself. What? But Inoue said her summer bonus was already spoken for, so she wanted to do it all at once in the winter. She can manage just the bathroom right now. Just make her split it between summer and winter. The house is 20 years old, you know. The kitchen and outer walls are damaged too. If she's gonna remodel anyway, doing it all at once would save on construction costs. Are you even trying? I did it because splitting it up makes us more money. But having construction crews come in multiple times will cause noise. Wouldn't it be better to earn her long-term trust by doing it in a way that doesn't burden her? Sales isn't a charity. If you dawdle, another company will snatch her up. You're just not cut out for this, you incompetent fool. I took the plunge and transitioned from a completely different retail job, thinking it was now or never for an inexperienced career change, but I already regret choosing this line of work. Unable to say a word back to his cold parting shot, I had no choice but to stay silent.
Hello, thanks for having me again today. Oh, whoa, what's with a gloomy face?
One day off, my 27-year-old sister Miku showed up at my place in high spirits. She's a hardworking editor and writer at a publishing company. It's not unusual for her to visit. She comes to my place about twice a month to read manga. Is it that obvious?
Very obvious. As soon as I saw you, it screamed, I've got problems.
We're family, so there's no point in hiding it. As she quickly pulled out the next volume of her manga and eagerly started reading, I slowly began explaining my situation.
A burden, huh? I don't exactly think you're completely unsuited for sales, but...
I appreciate you saying that, but I can't ignore the fact that I'm dragging everyone down.
You're so serious. Well, if I may offer one thing, my best friend who runs a shop is short-handed right now.
You have a best friend who runs a shop?
Her name is Chikage Kisaragi. We met a few years ago when my magazine did a feature on her shop. Now we get along better than anyone and hang out all the time. But because of professional ethics, I couldn't really go around telling people. But since you're both in a pinch right now, keep it a secret. Actually, it's because of the article I wrote. Or rather, thanks to it. Her shop's only got a lot of customers, but because of that, she's short-handed now. I heard she hired a few people after that, but it seems she hasn't found the right fit. So she's running it alone right now. I knew you were thinking hard and doing your best, so I didn't say anything, but honestly, I think you'd be perfect for it. The reason is, Chikage's shop is a secondhand bookstore. Plus, it has a specific concept, which makes it even better.
At those words, my heart, which was only half listening, was greatly moved. That's because I've loved books since I was a kid, and after graduating from college, I worked at the chain bookstore where I used to work part-time. I would have loved to keep working there, but the decline in reading and the disadvantageous location of being a bit of a walk from the station led to the store closing down. There were too many applicants wanting to transfer to other branches, so the only position offered to me was an office job at headquarters. I loved customer service, and even if I couldn't work with books, I wanted a job where I could interact with people, so I turned it down and made the bold decision to change careers.
Well, if you're interested, you can drop my name and ask her yourself. Here's her contact information.
Thanks. I wanted to engage with customers and do work that benefits them. That's why I changed jobs, but can I really achieve what I want in my current workplace? Then again, it's only been 6 months. I can't help but feel that quitting now would just be running away. Glancing at Miku, whose eyes were sparkling at the manga's climax, I quietly pondered my future. After giving it a lot of thought, I came to the conclusion that it would be difficult to put the customers first at this company. Besides, I really wanted to work with books and customers again. So I contacted Kisaragi and successfully secured the job. After spending a month and a half handing over my duties, I found myself standing in front of the secondhand bookstore Hourglass on the first day of September while the late summer heat still lingered. Good morning. I look forward to working with you starting today, Kisaragi.
Morning. I've been waiting for you. Miku told me how reliable you are, so I'm counting on you.
The stunningly beautiful woman who emerged from the back of the store is Chikage Kisaragi. Hearing she was Miku's best friend, I assumed she was younger, but it turns out she's 31, 2 years older than me.
Alright then, let me give you a quick rundown. We don't carry manga, only standard books. We have 4 display sections, which are updated once a month at the beginning of the month.
As we walked between the bookshelves, Kisaragi began explaining things gracefully yet efficiently. The contents and layouts are definitely different from when I came from the interview, since today is the beginning of the month.
Oh, I'm glad you noticed. But doing this all by myself limits my ideas, you know. The people who worked here before didn't have enough book knowledge to create sections. I have high expectations for you, Subaru.
I'll do my best. I understood what Miku meant about her not finding the right fit. Indeed, with only half-baked knowledge, it would be hard to keep up with her standards.
This is the core of our concept, and the origin of our store's name. The reading seats with hourglasses.
Kisaragi showed me to the shop's signature feature, the sofa and counter seats at the very back, past the bookshelves.
Customers can pick up any book they like and read it at these seats. However, once they sit down, they have to flip the hourglass. After 30 minutes, when the sand runs out, they must leave the seat.
I see. The instructions are placed at every seat too. Are drinks allowed?
Yep. If they ruin a book, we ask them to buy it. But that only happens a few times a year, if at all. And like I said, during the interview, this is the office. Your desk is here and mine is over there.
The moment I stepped into the office under her guidance, my eyes widened in surprise. Somehow, it looks like there are even more cardboard boxes of used books than when I came for the interview.
You noticed? I just can't keep up with sorting them all by myself. As you can see, it's really tough alone. That's why I'm incredibly happy you're here, Subaru. And finally, here's our uniform apron. Looking forward to working with you, Subaru.
I'm looking forward to working with you too. Being needed. It's been a long time since I felt such warmth in my chest. Once I put on this apron, I become a part of this store. I brace myself, determined to meet her expectations.
Subaru! Subaru, come here for a sec.
Did something happen? On the afternoon of my first day, I rushed into the office after being called by a panicked-looking Kisaragi.
Where are the boxes of used books I asked you to sort earlier? There was enough to take the whole day, wasn't there?
It's true that while Kisaragi was out in the store, I've been asked to organize the unsorted used books in the office. But thinking some kind of incident had occurred, I was a bit let down. Oh, please don't scare me like that. I already finished sorting them, so I was just on my way to ask what you wanted me to do next.
Huh? Finishing that amount in such a short time? While checking the genres and everything? Oh, that's impossible, right?
Well, I am a book-loving former bookstore clerk after all. The categorization system you set up was also really easy to understand. I took them to the archive and used some to restock the empty spots in the sections too, so please double-check my work.
Are you a genius?
I breezed through sorting the rest of the books as well, and starting the next day, I began handling customer service too.
Excuse me, I'd like to buy this, but do you have any other recommendations by this author?
Let me see. This author's style is quite extreme, divided into heartwarming stories and grotesque ones. Since the one you have is a heartwarming one.
Wow, you really know your stuff, as expected of a clerk. Thank you so much. I feel like I hit the absolute jackpot.
After the customer left looking satisfied, Kisaragi came over, having finished checking the sections. Are you talking about that customer? She did end up buying 2 books, but...
No, I'm talking about you, Subaru. You have amazing knowledge. Your customer service is polite, and above all, you truly think about the customers. You're the complete package. The people I hired before lacked even just one of those qualities. Customers really pay close attention to the staff, you know. They can tell if you genuinely love books, if you find customer service a hassle, or if you're just trying to push sales for profit. But on the flip side, if we treat them with sincerity, we can earn their trust in return.
You really know what it means to serve customers. With you here, I think every day is going to be fun.
Even for someone treated like a burden, there was a place where I could be useful. I'm being helpful to her and the customers. I could feel it from her gentle smile, and it made me overwhelmingly happy.
All right, great work this week, everyone.
Cheers! 3 months after I started working at Hourglass, on a night after work, Miku and I went to an izakaya Kisaragi recommended, along with her. What's more, it was all on Kisaragi's dime.
Oh man, I feel bad getting treated too.
Not at all. If anything, you're a VIP for making this happen.
Why have you both been acting like this?
Do not fret. You may drink to your heart's content tonight, Sir Subaru.
Your character is getting completely derailed, you know.
Jokes aside, it's completely thanks to you two. Subaru goes without saying, but Miku too, for introducing him. The section Subaru put together this month is selling like crazy, and our sales growth is amazing. He even found some rare gems through book scouting. It's the best. I can entrust him with more and more tasks, which finally gave me the time to manage our social media accounts.
No, I think you're the amazing one, Kisaragi, to turn around your mother's failing shop and make it thrive like this. Due to a bad back and a financial slump caused by the times, Kisaragi's mother had been considering closing the shop. But Kisaragi, who was an office worker at the time, took over, renovated with her own savings, and gave it a fresh start.
You really are something else. But that's not all. There are a lot of rumors about Chikage Kisaragi, the owner of Hourglass. Like how she took down a power-harassing boss during her corporate days, or some tear-jerking passionate episode from her high school days.
Oh, that makes me sound so bad.
Oh, come on. But they're all just rumors, so I've been wanting to hear the real story from you. Part 2 of our feature on the super popular secondhand bookstore Hourglass. This time focusing on the brilliant owner who rebuilt the store, Chikage Kisaragi. I'm so curious.
Miku?
Wait, it's just my writer's blood boiling. You don't have to get so mad.
I think I'll let you pay for your own drinks tonight, Miku. Too bad.
Please, forgive me, my lord.
Watching the two of them having fun, and occasionally chiming into the conversation, made the drinks taste absolutely amazing. Just a few months ago, I go home after work and sigh heavily. It was a happy, gentle night that made those days feel like a lie. It's my job to get contracts! While I was living a fulfilling life at Hourglass, Kurita was extremely irritated.
He kept trying to stroke my anxiety, and even when I said I wanted to discuss it with my family, he pressured me to sign on the spot. It was very unpleasant.
To get numbers, Kurita had repeatedly used aggressive sales tactics without giving a single thought to the customers. His methods had escalated, and finally, a complaint email arrived. He was questioned by the section manager about it, and after apologizing in the morning, the matter was settled for the time being. Feeling the cold stares of his colleagues, Kurita headed out for his afternoon sales rounds, deciding to visit Inoue since it was time for the winter bonuses. She was originally my client, but he had snatched her away from me. However, when he got there, Kurita saw something unexpected.
I was hesitant, but I'm glad I went with this color.
What he saw was Inoue chatting with a contractor who was repairing her outer wall. He had called Inoue before, but she hadn't answered. To his dismay, she had already hired another contractor to remodel the remaining areas. Inoue, it's been a while, so you're having your outer wall repaired. Kurita waited for the contractor to return to work before calling out to Inoue. If you had contacted us, we could have done the outer wall and the kitchen for you.
Yes, well, but I decided to go with them this time. If the contract was with Kenjo, I might have asked you again, but...
Kenjo? Why bring him up?
He understood our circumstances well and was considerate about the construction costs and the burden on us. I was the one who ultimately decided to just do the bathroom after talking with you, Kurita, but next time, I wanted to leave it to someone who genuinely thought about our needs. And this time, that happened to be this contractor.
She didn't say it outright, but her eyes clearly showed her rejection of Kurita. As a result of agreeing to the construction as he pushed, not only did the costs increase, but Inoue was also hit with more burden than expected due to the noise and workers coming in and out. That made her feel like she'd been taken for a ride, and trust was lost. It was a natural rift born from neglecting the customer. That burden getting chosen over me? How's that even possible? For Kurita, it was unacceptable that someone with poor results, who he treated like a burden, was valued higher than him. So he pushed even harder in his sales to prove he was right, but that only led to more problems. Another customer filed a complaint, specifically naming Kurita. I'm in sales, so it's only natural to say some nice-sounding things to give them a little push, isn't it? Kurita finally had to answer directly to the sales manager. After explaining the situation, he spoke defensively. Sales is about getting contracts. Just offering consultation is meaningless if we don't close the deal. If they're dissatisfied with that, then the customers are mistaking sales for some kind of charity. I provided all the necessary information, so signing the contract is entirely their own responsibility, right? The customers are just trying to shift the blame for their own poor judgment onto us.
You're right that what we do is not a charity. It's also true that as long as we belong to a company, we can't always make choices solely for the customers. However, you must not forget that sales, by nature, is about finding ways to help the customer and receiving compensation in return. If they're left dissatisfied after everything is done, it's only natural they feel deceived. In your recent sales pitches, have you even once properly considered the customer's needs?
Kurita didn't answer. When doing sales, all he cared about was how to secure contracts to boost his own evaluation.
This isn't the first complaint we've received about you. Therefore, it's clear that you have issues you need to fix. I have valued your numbers, and I appreciate you supporting this company for 8 years. But we can't have you continuing this way. Understood?
Yes, sir. Bombarded with these stern words, Kurita meekly bowed his head. But no matter how obedient he looked on the outside, his inner thoughts were a different story. Haha, I thought you just quit, but you're working at a secondhand bookstore? Right before closing, when all the customers had left and I was cleaning up outside, Kurita appeared. Even from a distance, the strong smell of alcohol wafted over, making me frown. Dissatisfied with the sales manager's lecture, Kurita had been drinking nearby, away from the company, to blow off steam. Good thing there was a store willing to pick up a piece of dead weight. But seriously, don't tell me you're running a consultation desk here too. It's a washed-up shop selling worthless used books. Probably doesn't even make that much profit, right? You better make sure you actually sell things this time, so you don't run the place into the ground. Kurita. When I first joined, you taught me a lot, and I appreciate that. And it's a fact that I failed to produce results and resigned. But that has absolutely nothing to do with this. I can't overlook you insulting the store. This is a wonderful store that values dialogue with customers, offering books and a reading space for everyone's sake. I take pride in working here, a place that brings smiles to the people who visit. Bringing smiles to customers? If you can't get the numbers, that's just self-satisfaction. Besides, calling a secondhand bookstore wonderful is just insane.
Excuse me, what's going on in front of my store?
It was Kisaragi. She heard the argument while doing closing duties inside and came out. She stared intently at Kurita for a moment, then tilted her head.
Huh? Could it be Kuri Boy?
Why do you know that name? Wait, are you Chikage Kisaragi?
That's me!
Why are you here? Do you know each other? The two of you?
Know each other is an understatement. We're as close as can be, right? Also, what's with the reaction? That's rude. Not recognizing me right away is pretty mean too.
That's because you've changed so much, Kisaragi. You used to be a gal, right? From what I heard, they were classmates in high school. Back then, Kurita used to look down on and bully his classmates. The one who severely punished him for it was Kisaragi, who was the top of the gal clique at the time. On top of that, she gave him the nickname Kuri Boy and kept teasing him about the bullying until they graduated. In other words, for Kurita, Kisaragi is the literal embodiment of his youth trauma.
Well, I grew up too, you know. Do you hate me now that I'm not a Gyaru?
Not at all. Then I'll be going now.
By the way, I heard everything you were spouting just now. Our store is popular enough to get featured in magazines, and both our sales and social media presence are growing. All thanks to Subaru being here. I won't have someone who's never even been here, let alone understands our dedication to books, running their mouth about it. If you call this washed up, then you, Kuri Boy, must be leaving an amazing track record at a super prosperous company, right?
Thanks to him? You've got to be mistaken, right? He used to work at my company, but he was completely dead weight who couldn't secure a single contract.
What are you talking about, Kuri boy? Even if he wasn't suited for his previous job, I can't even imagine Hourglass without him now. His book knowledge is deep, and he never slacks on continuously putting in the effort. And he truly pays a close attention to each and every customer. He's so good at putting the customers first. Because of that, we even have people who come just for him. He's more than just my right hand now. And yet here you are, doing your petty harassment again? And to someone very important to me at that.
She had a smile like a fully bloomed flower, yet it carried a terrifyingly intense aura. Well, I'm drunk right now, so it just slipped out. I won't say it next time, so...
I'm so glad to hear that. But you know, if I may say one thing, there won't be a next time. Get lost.
It was an intimidation that made even me straighten my spine. Sobered up and pale, Kurita sprinted away at incredible speed. Now, a little about what happened to Kurita after that. Though he fled in terror from Kisaragi, it wasn't like he reflected on his own actions. Despite the sales manager lecturing him on his attitude, he eventually caused another conflict with the customer. To top it off, he took his frustration out on his juniors with an overbearing attitude, which prompted HR to step in and discipline him. This is why I'm saying it's meaningless if we don't get contracts. Why am I the only one getting yelled at? He felt too awkward to stay, so he quit and found a new job, only to end up being bullied by a senior female coworker and treated like deadweight himself. As for me, 2 years have passed since then. Despite the challenging times, Hourglass's business is going smoothly. I handle customer service and setting up sections, while Kisaragi takes care of purchasing and overall management. We complement each other and spend our busy but fulfilling days together.
Hey, Subaru. Recently, regular customers have been asking me, are you and Subaru dating? I always tell them no, but what do you think about that, Subaru?
Me? I want to date you, Kisaragi.
Huh?
Wait, wasn't that where this conversation was going?
No, well, I was planning to steer it in that direction eventually. But I didn't expect such a straightforward answer right off the bat.
Being with her for a long time made me realize something. At first glance, she looks like a tactician and a strong woman, and it's true she has those traits. But because she's always throwing curveballs herself, she's actually weak to straightforward emotions and direct replies from others. Thinking of others, in some places, it's nothing more than an idealistic platitude, and you can't always act on it. However, the feeling of acting with someone else's best interest at heart does get conveyed. Even if it doesn't yield profit, it's never meaningless.
What are you smiling about? Jeez.
Oh, nothing. I just thought you were cute.
Cute? Have you gotten used to handling me? Paying close attention to others has its limits, you know?
Because right now, I'm happy, and I believe this happiness came to me as a result of always thinking about the sake of others.
Hi guys, this is Yoko. Chikage and Subaru make such a cute couple. Did you all enjoy this episode? Please let us know in the comments. And like always, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video!